Attorney Kaufman sat with Amy Marcos. Ang tagal raw nila nag-usap, kuya, as in super tagal. And if you're going to talk for hours, you are discussing a lot of things. You are discussing probably yung mga bagay na makakatulong sa kaso ni PRRD, yung mga hawak na ebidensya ni ang pangalan nito ni Amy, ganyan. And details that Attorney Kaufman may find useful, and Senator Amy might kasi si Foreign Relations Committee Chairperson si Senator Amy, 'di ba? So,
Saka Joey, if I may, there was a very bold statement sa post ni Amy Marcos. It was very, very bold, even to me, when Amy posted, "Let's bring PRRD home." Yun yung yun kasi in the course of my observing Amy, there are never any instance, in fairness to Amy, na meron siyang pinost na hindi nagkatotoo.
Which is?
Yung sinasabi niya sa post niya, "Let's bring PRRD home." Diba? Kasi if you look at the history of Amy, may mga pronouncement yan talaga, no? Especially on, halimbawa, yung investigation doon sa, even if hindi kumpleto yung Reuters expose, talagang inopen niya yung investigation na yun. Diba? Yung naputulan ng daliri, ganun din. Yung People's Initiative, ganun din. Diba? So, if Amy is bold enough to post, no, in her caption with the photo of both her and Attorney Kaufman, and the caption says, "Let's bring PRRD home," then it lends credence to the theory na Amy, in fact, will be instrumental, I think,
you're saying na parang she's too bold to
claim that.
To make such claim na they are going to bring PRRD home.
Yes, and coming from an election win, barely 12, no, barely nakapasok siya. For her to say that, no, and then having filed cases against the 5, no, doon sa ombudsman, and for her now to be there at The Hague and say all those things, no, to bring PRRD home, that's quite a very bold statement for me, no, for a new re-elected senator na si Amy. So I think, no, we would agree na Amy has a lot to prove, diba? And she probably is doing whatever she can to really prove her worth, I think.
And I think she's not going to post something like that if the legwork has not been done.
Exactly.
If there's no possibility that they can really bring PRRD back home.
Exactly.
Ayan. Tsaka rin yung confidence ni grabe rin yung confidence ni Inday na nag-joke na sila, nasa Qatar pa lang sila, they were already talking about it. Na gano'n na nga. So yun. So at this point, ako sa akin, at this point, yung mga nagsasabi na yung mga double agent kwento, dapat nililibing nyo na yan nililibing nyo na yan sa hukay. Diyos me. Yung pinagbibintang yung double agent, andun na siya sa Hague. Pagkakausap na yung abogado ni PRRD. And they were talking about PRRD being brought home. Diba? Parang talaga ba? So ano to?
Tapos yung nagbibintang, nasaan ngayon?
Oo, tapos yung mga nagbibintang, diba? Nasaan kayo? Kasi sa Pina mula sa HOR. Letter pa lang sa HOR, nginig na kayo, bumabaligtad na kayo eh. Diba?
Tama.
Kami, demanda na kami eh. Pagkas kami double agent, putang ina nyo, diba? Di ba gusto siyang makita ni Digong, sabi ni Jim. Ayun nga. Yun nga, kasi nga, tawag dito, tingin kayo sa past. Nung okay pa lahat, nung hindi pa nagkakagulo ang lahat ng mga bagay-bagay. Ganon. Yung hindi pa hindi pa nakakapag... Sino, di ba, si Amy, good siya kay PRRD, good rin siya kay Inday. There are not so many politicians who would have the same level of relationship na kagaya nung kay Amy. Diba? Ako sa totoo lang, yan lang yung reason, kaya wala akong same na resentment kay Amy na katulad nung iba. Ganon. Na katulad ng iba. Yan lang yung reason talaga kung bakit I do not harbor. Of course, syempre I criticize Amy yung mga feeling kong lapses niya sa ano no, sa mga hearings niya, ganyan-ganyan. I do criticize her. Of course, hindi naman siya poon, hindi naman siya ano, 'di ba? I do criticize her pero hindi ko ma-share yung same na galit. Na kagaya nung galit ng iba na parang, "Hindi, niloko niya si Inday, hindi," yung mga gano'n. Kasi yun nga parang I cannot really accept na if that's the case, gano'n ba ka-stupid si PRRD at saka si ano, gano'n ba ka-stupid si PRRD at saka si Inday? Parang I cannot accept that. I cannot accept that na gano'n sila mabibilog-bilog lang sila ni Amy sa mga gano'ng bagay.
Ako din gano'n, no? Even though I would have to say na hindi ko binoto si Amy. Kasi nga, sabi ko noon, it would take the endorsement of PRRD for me to change my mind. But I don't harbor any resentment on Amy. Maybe I
Pero endorse ni PRRD eh.
Yun na nga eh, doon sa ang tawag dito, sa filing.
Oo, sa filing.
On October. Pero nag-iba kasi yung landscape, Joey, when the impeachment happened and the kidnapping of Digong happened. So, pero it was, Amy also, made it a point na yung nag-hearing siya, she showed naman that, she's ang tawag dito, in support, no, of the Dutertes. Pero yun nga lang, no, there are limitations of what you can do, no. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na kapatid ka ng Pangulo at isa kang senador, pwede ka nang humarang doon sa eroplano. Di ba? Kasi yun ang pinalabas ng iba na gustong gawin, dapat sana nandun daw si Amy, harangin daw yung mismo nga vice presidente hindi pinapasok ni Torre. Si Amy pa kaya? I mean, all this talk about hatred on Amy, yung resentment. These are, I understand, no, yung iba, kasi nga it's very emotional, but you can only be emotional for a certain
point. You cannot allow it to make decisions for no. You cannot allow it to make political decisions for yourself. No. Ayan. Kaya nga, ako feeling ko because of that, kaka-Amy ng election, nalusutan tayo ni Kiko at saka Bam eh.
Right. Tama. Kasi nga, people were sowing division, no, within the DDS community. Kaya nalusutan tayo, no. May mga Duterte na medyo malakas yung chance sana, they were sidelined because of kasi nga everybody was talking about Amy, talking about double agent, talking about this and that, no? And we forgot that there was Bam Aquino and Kiko Pangilinan. We just took them lightly, no?
Oo. Hindi ko sabi ko nga parang paano na kayo yung mga gigil sa double agent narrative with the few hours long meeting of Senator Amy and Attorney Kaufman collaborating on how to bring PRRD back home. Paano nyo kaya i-spin yan? No? Paano nyo kaya i-spin yan? Ayan. Well, anyway, ako nga, lagi kong pinopromote at lagi kong sinasabi sa mga followers ko, you really need to be reasonable. You really need to be rational when you are processing information in front of you. So, ayan yung sitwasyon. Yun yung sinasabi ko ever since na may political value si Amy. You do not really need to trust her. You just have to recognize what she can do. And if that is something that can help us, let us take it. Diba? Let us take it. Ganon. And then let us just put aside kung ano man yung galit ninyo, kung busit kayo sa kanya after this, kung ano, you stay wherever you are. Ganon. But you do not make your feelings, your emotions to get the best out of you. Ganon. O ngayon, our best shot to bring PRRD home is a collaboration of Attorney Kaufman and Senator Amy Marcos. Diba?
Which started and initiated by Amy Marcos herself doon sa hearing. So, I mean, again, I echo what you said. No? If you have trust issues with Amy, then so be it. But let's recognize her practical utility in all this what's happening now. Na tama ka, may not just political, merong legal value si Amy Marcos with what's happening. Diba? So, tama, set aside yun. If she can be of help, why not?
Let's take it. I mean, dito ang goal is really to bring PRRD back home. So, sa ngayon, I think it is also a personal very personal thing rin kay Senator Amy. Kasi siya naman rin, isa rin naman sa mga reason kung bakit niya sinuportahan ng bonggang-bongga si PRRD noon. Kasi alam niya, kay PRRD siya may best shot para mapalibing yung tatay niya.
Right.
Diba? Right. So, kumbaga parang feeling ko, pagkatapos, she's doing it for her father na gusto niya ipalibing yung tatay niya. At si PRRD lang siya magkakaroon ng tsansa na maipalibing ang tatay niya. Ganon. Ayun. And I think, yung I think at the end of the day, if Senator Amy is going to measure herself up, she is the daughter of FEM above anything else. Kaya parang kaya alam mo
And then
yun, kaya
ang
she's holding her end of the bargain with the Dutertes. Kasi yun yung kumbaga, yun yung non-negotiable niya. Yun yung pinaka-importante sa kanya, 'di ba? Yung
tama ka, Joey, no?
Oo.
I had a discussion with a friend about Amy din. At ang sabi ko sa kanya, Amy is actually, we can accept that Amy is the sister of Bongbong Marcos. But Amy is acting as if she is the daughter of, more like a daughter of Ferdinand Sr. rather than the brother of Bongbong Marcos.
Mhm.
We have to see it that way, no? Unless you come to accept the fact that Amy is doing something, no?
Mhm.
Leave the emotions behind and
Oo.
see it as what it is, 'di ba?
Oo.
Kasi unfair naman sa tao eh.
Oo. Sabi ni Kael, I hope you're not going to take this negatively, but but is it not overdoing it by bringing her into the inner circle of the defense team of Digong? What if she turns out to be loyal to her brother all along? Kael, eto kasi, yung loyalty niya sa brother niya, okay? Can you please tell me the foundation of her loyalty to the brother? What is the foundation of her loyalty to the brother? Dahil hindi niya inaaway hindi niya minumura, hindi niya kasi etong part na 'to 'no, yung parang what if she turns out to be a loyal ganun. I think that is more the emotion talking eh. That's the trauma talking eh. That's the trauma talking rather than reasonable na pagsasalita. Kasi nga ako, it is clear to me already na yung hearing na ginawa ni Senator Amy doon sa Committee on Foreign Relations, it is very, very clear to me at this point na yung ginawa niya na yon is the best ate move that she can do for Bongbong Marcos. Yung hearing sa Foreign Relations. Because basically, Amy is telling the brother na, I am setting up the stage for you. You either repudiate the actions of your cabinet member or be part of all of this. Basically, yung sinasabi niya sa ano eh, parang, ayun na, this is the best I can do as an ate, no? Binibigyan kita ng space na ihiwalay mo ang sarili mo dyan sa mga cabinet members mo na nakidnap kay PRRD. But if you're not going to do that, kasama ka dito.
Right.
Ayun. So, gayon, parang, ayun, yung parang, tapos yung part ng question ni Kael na sinasabi niya, but is it not overdoing it by bringing her into the inner circle of the defense team of Digong? Unang-una, sinong nagde-decide dyan? It is not as if pinilit ni Amy yung sarili niya dyan eh. Diba?
Of course.
Sino nagde-decide dyan? And of course, kung sino yung accused, si PRRD at saka si Inday. Diba? At yung lawyer na hinire nila. So parang feeling ko, yung first part ng question, but is it not overdoing it? It's not our call. It is the call of Inday and PRRD. Diba?
Right.
Which is the call that I'm going to trust when it comes to understanding Amy Marcos. Diba? Ayun. So, anyway, yan naman yung lagi ko sinasabi ever since eh. Kaso, yun nga eh, parang people are taking it as if na parang, ay hindi, ano eh, bata ka ni Amy, ganyan. No, because that's the most reasonable approach. And what is happening now is proving me correct. Diba?
Right.
Everything that is happening now, everything that is unfolding now is proving that I am correct. That she's actually very useful. That the judgment of the father and the daughter, diba, ni PRRD at saka ni ano, eh ganun. They see political value on they see value in Amy Marcos that she can really help. That she can really be useful. Ayun. So yun lang.
Yun. And if I may add, no? Wala. Amy, si Amy kasi ang may hatak kaysa kay BBM eh, doon sa Norte. She is the more preferred Marcos, no? Than BBM, no? So let's just accept the fact na si Amy Marcos yan, no? At may karga-kargang bagahe yan, no? Lahat naman tayo, lahat ng mga politiko diyan may mga kargang bagahe yan, no? It's just a matter of managing, no, that baggage, that heavy baggage, no? Well, Amy is carrying a heavier baggage, no? Pero again, she's the smartest of the brood, no? And
ayan. Ito yung sabi, Miss Joy, blood is thicker than water. Ganyan. Oo nga. Okay. So in this situation, which one is tawag dito? Yung situation ni Sen Amy, what she did to the brother, I think sa situation ni Amy, the father is thicker than the brother. Yung tatay niya, mas binibigyan niya ng halaga yung tatay niya, which is utang na loob niya dito sa mga Duterte kung bakit napalibing kaysa yung kapatid niya. Ayun. So tingin ko doon gumagana kung kanino yung mas thick na relationship. Ganon. Ayun. And like I said, yung pagiging magkapatid ni Amy at saka ni Bongbong Marcos, nakita ko rin yan sa nakita ko rin yan doon sa sa hearing ng Committee on Foreign Relations na parang, oh, I see what Amy is doing. Basic, yun nga, sabi ko, yung stage, hinanda niya na para kay Bongbong. Na ano, i-repudiate mo ba yung kidnapping ng mga tao mo? Kasi kapag hindi mo ni-repudiate yan, you're part of it. Remember, Attorney Kaufman already made the statement that it was Bongbong who threw the president to the ICC detention in The Hague. Ayun. So, namili na si Bongbong. Pero, kumbaga, as an ate, yun na yung best niya na natulong dun sa kapatid niya. Ganun. O, amin ka, madadami ka dito. Pag hindi mo ni-repudiate yung mga yan, pag hindi mo deny yung mga pinagagagawa ng mga officials mo, kasama ka dito. You're gonna fall down with them. 'Di ba? Ayun. So, ngayon, parang, at this point kasi, pag sinabi nyo na blood is thicker than water, demonstrate how dito sa situation na to. Ganun. Demonstrate how.
Kasi very simple lang yan, Joey. What can Amy do against the Dutertes right now where she is? That can destroy them or erase them from our political landscape. Meron bang how threatening is Amy? What is the perceived threat or how risky is Amy's association with the Dutertes right now compared to the value that she is giving to the defense of former President Duterte? Kasi it's basic risk and reward ratio ang tinitingnan natin You risk something for a certain reward.
Oo.
Diba?
Ayun. Sabi ni Bumi, foundation is simply blood. Lodi kita pero nakakasawa yung push mo kay Amy. Bumi, kung hindi ka makasabay doon sa usapan, huwag ka nang pumunta dito. 'Di ba? Pumunta. Ang problema kasi sa inyo, parang, hindi, ayaw namin pag-usapan si Amy kasi nga galit kami. Yung problem nga sa inyo. Ay, hindi nyo maintindihan yung sitwasyon. 'Di ba? Nakakasiwa kasi enemy, ganyan. Kung kayo naaasiwa, ang tanong nga dito, bakit si PRRD at saka si Inday hindi naaasiwa?
Tama.
Diba? Bakit si Inday at saka si PRRD hindi naaasiwa? Ano gagawin natin? So, hindi ako magsasalita about it? Because, kasi nakakaasiwa kaso laging bit-bit ni Inday. Inday, ang tawag dito, relentlessly campaign for Amy nitong election. Ng bonggang-bongga. Ginamit yung trabaho ni Amy sa Hague. Ganyan. Ngayon, kasi sabi mo kasi na hina-highlight. Paano hindi ko nga i-highlight? Inaway nyo nga ang mga putang ina ninyo dyan sa double agent pa yan. Diba?
And it should be highlighted because only Amy Marcos is doing something.
Correct!
For former President Duterte.
Oo.
Sino bang i-highlight natin ngayon? Of course, Attorney Kaufman. Who's working with Attorney
By the
Kaufman?
way, I think si Attorney Kaufman, pagka talagang napauwi niya si PRRD at napadismiss niya yung kasong ito, I think Attorney Kaufman is going to be an honorary Filipino, no?
He should be recognized. He should be recognized as an adopted Filipino, no? So yes, no. At paano 'yun pag napauwi? And Attorney Kaufman and the Dutertes, even PRRD acknowledges the help of Amy Marcos. Galit pa rin tayo, magagalit pa rin tayo kay Amy. No pa rin tayo kasi blood is thicker than water.
Oo. Ayun, sabi ni Kael, if not for the brother, how is it a good thing to be loyal to Ferdinand Sr.? Kael, hindi, mali yung intindi mo, Kael. Yung kay Amy, personal relationship niya sa tatay niya, we're talking about, of course, syempre tatay niya yun, tingin niya sa tatay niya, yun yung the best. It doesn't mean yun yung tingin mo sa kay Ferdinand Sr. Okay?
From Amy's point of view tayo,
from Amy's point of view, utang niya sa mga Duterte na napalibing yung tatay niya. So therefore, kung mamimili si Amy between doon sa ginagawa ng kapatid niya versus doon sa pinagkakautangan niya ng loob na nagpalibing doon sa tatay niya, mas importante sa kanya yung tatay niya. Nagets mo ba, Kael? Why do you bring it as if past action? Wala namang ganung usapan. Na parang, bina-upload na ba natin ng mga past actions niya? Ang OOA nyo, sa totoo lang. Ang OOA nyo. You just have to look at it as, as an action for a certain, Diyos ko po naman, niya. Wala man sinabing na ina-upload yung mga previous acts or whatsoever,
Kasi nga, ang siguro, na-trauma na rin, sabi mo, Joey, yung mga Pinoy, na every time may ginagawa si Amy, siguro, even pag may video siguro na binigyan ng tasa ng kape si BP ni Amy Marcos, magdududa, baka may lason. Again, this dialogue, this discourse on Amy is getting very, very irrational for me, especially some people. Na hanggang ngayon ayaw pa rin kasi nga they were proven wrong, no? Kasi ang narrative sa double agent is attacking the double agents like you. And in fact, I was also included at one time.
Oo.
Okay? Pero they never criticized or made a critique of why Sara Duterte endorsed Amy. When in fact, if you talk about double agents, then the biggest double agent would be Sara Duterte.
Oo. And actually, PRRD insofar as him endorsing Amy in 2024. Ganon. Ang argument kasi ng iba doon na parang hindi kasi after that nag-iba na yung nag-iba na yung landscape, nakidnap na si PRRD, ineme, ganyan. Ako naman kasi ang take ko diyan, kasi late na rin nilabas ni Amy yan na in-endorse pala siya ni PRRD nung in-endorse pala siya ni PRRD nung October.
Filing. Yeah.
Oo, nung filing. Tapos parang nilabas na lang ni Amy nung malapit na yung election. A lot of people were saying na hindi kaya lang yan ginawa ni Amy kasi bumababa na siya sa survey. And I have to agree, I have to agree kasi di ba si Amy, marami naman talaga siyang statement of support sa mga Duterte nung 2024, nung bago siya mag-alyansa. Kaso nga lang kasi, ang nangyari dito kay Amy, hindi siya klaro na parang, hindi naman ako nakita ko na lang yung pangalan ko, nandiyan ako sa listahan ng alyansa. Pero umattend rin siya ng rally ng alyansa, tapos nagpataas siya ng kamay dun sa kapatid niya. So a lot of Duterte supporters felt na, di ba naman yan, ganyan. And then, that actually spelled the kiss of death on Senator Amy. Kasi after nun, dun na bumaba yung ranking niya sa survey. I really felt na parang siguro nung una iniisip nito ni Amy na mananalo siya without the Duterte endorsement, ganyan, or the Duterte full support or something like that. And kaya later on, hinabol rin niya yung kumbaga parang she saw na baka sumabit siya, ganyan or whatever. So, nagpa-endorse siya sa, nilabas niya yung endorsement ni PRRD, nilabas niya yung in-endorse siya ni Inday Sara, ganyan. But, ang question doon is, okay, fine. Umalis siya doon sa alyansa. Pagkatapos, dahil na-kiss of death nga siya, dahil nga parang maraming na-turn off sa kanya doon, bumaba yung sa survey niya. At that point, I think, ginamit niya rin talaga yung kanyang friendship card with the Dutertes for the endorsement. And that really worked on her. That really worked on her favor. Nanalo siya, yung mga reluctant na mga tao, kahit galit na galit sa kanya, pikit mo talaga binoto siya. Maraming talaga parang, sige po siya, ayaw na namin dyan kaso, in-endorse ni Inday in-endorse ni PRRD, so pikit mata na lang yan, kahit visit na visit kami, ganyan. So tingin ko naman talaga, pero ganong play ng politics, hindi naman yun talaga, kung nagbasa rin talaga siya ng sitwasyon, siguro nung una iniisip niya, she can win the election without the Duterte, and then later she realized, no, I cannot. So, doon na lang, she sought for the endorsement and support, and I think it was extended to her because they are friends after all, and she was actually able to show she was able to show value for her work na pagka ginawa niyo akong kakampi or pag binigay niyo sa akin yung endorsement na yan, these are the things that I can do. Ganon. Pwedeng ganon, di ba? Pwedeng ganon yung
Pero hindi lang naman si Amy ang gumawa niyan, Joey, no? Although not as much as Amy, yung PDP laban slate, ganon din It started at 6 senatorial candidates. And then there was a lot of negotiations, no, for the adoption of first Marcoleta, then Kibuloy, then Attorney Vic Rodriguez, and then Doc Mata happened on the eve of the kidnapping of President Duterte, and then eventually the adoption of Amy Marcos and Camille Villar into the PDP on the eve of the election. So ibig sabihin, even the PDP laban, no, party, no, was also
they came to terms doon sa value nung value nung
right.
Ayun.
So you cannot fault Amy for that, 'di ba? Kasi after all, this is politics Politika to after all
Correct, oo. Politika to, hindi to therapy session ng mga trauma ninyo. I'm so sorry, pero yun talaga ayun.
Hindi naman kami dito mga love guru for your romantic problems.
That's why kaya nga sinasabi nila yung politics talaga yung mga pang iron heart talaga, yung mga cold hearted kineme, ganyan. Kasi kaya nga 'di ba? Ako pinopromote ko yung black voting, pero just ko po in normal circumstances, hindi ko naman talaga iboboto si Philip Salvador ever. 'Di ba? I'm very, very open about that.
Joey Sal Panelo admitted in his interview with Karen Jimeno sa Bilyonaryo, he was only for Duterte 5. Hindi na lang niya minention sino doon sa Duterte 5. Sal Panelo yun So, but nobody is criticizing Sal Panelo for that. No one is calling him out. Napaka-double agent din. Yun, talagang
True.
napaka-anti-Amy nun, si Sally.
Oo, totoo. Ayun.
Oo,
Sabi
oo.
ni Dare, "Hi, EB Joey, kailan ang meeting ng mga double agents? Gusto ko nang mag-preside si VP Inday." Oo nga eh. May assignment si Amy, gawin ang mga bagay na hindi magawa ng ibang senador. So live with it. She's playing her part. Give her the credit. And again, if you really trust Inday, then trust her judgment. Ayun. Ayun na nga.
Agree. Oo.
Ayun. Sabi ni Jim, isa ako sa mga nabwisit kay Amy pero binoto ko na lang to shield VP from perpetual disqualification. And well, ito nga ang si Inday at saka si Amy, they have their ways of doing things. And I think the two of them together, talagang meron silang mga diskarte na makakaya nilang, they can formulate a strategy na very strong talaga at this point. Ayun. At ayun nga, parang sabi ng mga tutubing kalabaw, mukhang papunta na raw sa puting bahay itong usapin na ito. Ayun. Alam mo ba yung puting bahay, Char? Papunta na raw sila sa puting bahay. Sabi nga ni Auntie Claire, papunta na po tayo sa paputi. Ayan. Sa paputing bahay.
At saka yung sinabi mo kanina, Joey, no? I agree, no? It's only Amy Marcos who has direct access to PRRD and at the same time direct access to VP Sara. I would argue that not even the PDP has the same level of access doon sa dalawang sa mag-ama compared to
kasi hindi naman PDP si Inday and she never wanted to be
exactly part of that's where I'm going at now. She was never and she is never interested in joining PDP laban.
Joining PDP, oo.
Diba? So and in the end she decided to endorse everyone. Diba?
Oo. Ayun.
So yun.
Di ba ang rule nito ni Inday, pagkatao ka ng tatay ko, ayaw ko sa'yo.
Andito si Lars de la Cruz, ang totoong double agent daw si Robin Padilla. Kasi in-endorse si Tolentino, in-endorse si Ramon Revilla, in-endorse si Camila.
Hindi naman ako super harsh kay Robin, pero minsan talaga mapapakamot ka ng ulo sa naggagawa niya. Minsan talaga mapapakamot ka ng ulo sa mga pinagagagawa niya sa buhay. Tapos, I think to sa sa hearing yata ng hearing, I'm not sure if sa KOJC yata yun or what, yung parang, hindi po kami nandito para bilang mga Duterte senators, wala po kaming kinakapihan dito. Yung, ano ba to? Can someone tell, Robin Padilla na, bakla kayo minuto dyan kasi gusto namin ng kakampi. Kampihan ito. You are one vote, okay? You are one vote. Diba?
Sa KOJC yun, sa KOJC.
Oo. Parang, yung mga ganong salita kasi na parang, wala po tayong kinakampihan dito, kineme. Okay yun kapag, yung power mo is not expressed through vote. Diba? If your power is not expressed through vote, tama yun, yung salitaan mo dapat yung parang, wala po akong kinakampihan, ganyan. So, kunwari kung presidente ka, ganyan, presidente ka kasi ng mga pro at saka anti sa'yo. So, pagka ganon, talaga dapat, wala kang kinakampihan.
Kunyari, Joey, Solgen ka.
Oo, kunwari, Solgen ka, ayan. Ganon. Siyempre, you're the tribune of the people. So, di ba? Kailangan maging super fair ka, ganyan. Pero kada senador ko, naman. Sir, kampihan po talaga dito. Kampihan. Kayo natatalo ng House of Representatives. Nagkampihan na sila dun eh. Di ba? Nagkampihan na silang lahat dun. Wala kayong magawa dun sa budget na binaboy ng House of Representatives.
Pero I remember, Joey, si Robin Padilla won, I think, no? But he was not on the senatorial ticket of the Uniteam in 2022. Parang he ran as an independent ata at binibitbit lang siya ni VP Sara noon.
Yes. Oo.
Kaya he doesn't owe anything to siguro doon sa Uniteam din, no? So he can freely choose sino yung i-endorse.
Oo. Siguro baka doon siya nanggagaling, na parang, independent naman ako talaga to begin with. Well, hindi siya independent kasi PDP siya eh. Pero
PDP na nga. Pero yun na nga yung KOJC hearing na yon, talaga natawa talaga ako doon.
Oo, wala kinakampiyon. Ano yun?
Joey, parang blurred yung camera mo, Joey.
Ay, wait lang.
Ano ba yan?
Sabi ko, kaya namin binoto siya kasi kailangan namin ng kakampi. Diba? Kailangan namin ng kakampi. So, ayun. Teka, nangyari dito? Bakit lumalabo yung camera ko?
Oo. Yun, lumalabo nga eh.
Wait lang,
Sige. Ayusin mo.
Ayan.
Ayun. Oo, ayan na naman.
Malabo.
Hmm.
Ano nangyari?
Yun. Yan, okay na.
Ayan, okay na, okay na. Ayun.
Ayan na naman. Parang are you using an external camera?
No, sa camera sa
Sa laptop?
set up yata siya na kailangan kong i-ano. Anyway, nakakaiyak tingnan
Oo.
Dahil kilos ako ng kilos. Ayan, ano ba?
Kilos ka ng kilos.
Ayan.
Yan.
Okay, ayun. Ang hirap naman wala sa gitna. Ayan.
Ayun.
Ayun. Anyway, Kuya, ano masasabi mo sa promotion ni Gibo at saka ni not promotion. Well, for Gibo, retain siya as SND, as Secretary of National Defense. Kay General Torre, promotion. Siya na ang PNP Chief of Staff. Ano masasabi mo dyan?
Well, ano yan si Torre parang parang blunt force instrument yan ng administration we all saw it na talagang ito si Torre, yun ang gagamitin nila as their weapon of choice. For whatever value that they can extract from Torre, kasi wala na naman talaga si Torre. Ang sa tingin ko lang dyan, kung ano bang masasabi ng ating mga nasa hanay ng PNP, lalong-lalo na ng pinakita nilang suporta sa Duterte senators sa local absentee voting, and we all know na talagang hated si Nick Torre within the ranks. So ewan ko kung it was a wise decision, maybe it was a calculated move on Bongbong Marcos na ilagay si Torre dyan, and we shall see how Torre acts as Chief PNP. And mind you, Joey, this is probably the only administration na dalawang chiefs of the PNP ay may kaso sa ombudsman. Kasi yun na rin, si Aimee pa rin ang may gawa niyan sa hearing niya, di ba? 5 silang kinasuhan, Rimulya Brothers, Lacanilao, tsaka itong dalawa, si Marbil at now new PNP chief na si Torre. Record breaking to, Joey, dalawang chief PNP.
Oo. Talaga?
So, kay Gibo naman, again, it's the American hand in play. So, expected yan that he will be retained, si Gibo. So, yun. Ang surprising to me was Popoy de Vera sa CHED.
Oo, kasi
Popoy naman is doing well, not an excellent job. He only works with whatever means that he is presented to him sa CHED. Pero I think naman si Popoy de Vera, parang wala namang kulay politika.
Adequate siya, oo.
Yeah. So I don't know what prompted BBM to accept his resignation. Kung titingnan mo, Vince Dizon, 'di ba? From the previous admin, nandun sa DOTR ngayon, 'di ba? So and Vince and Popoy de Vera more or less have the same work ethic, I think,
Yeah, oo.
'Di ba? So and Popoy's agency, CHED, is not that crucial, in terms of political capital or the political divide, 'di ba? So I was surprised na tinanggap niya 'yon, and he's a respected academician, si Popoy.
Oo.
Kawala din sa ano. Oo.
Sa CHED.
Ikaw si Berberabe, binoljak mo yan ng todo noon
Hindi ko siya binoljak ng todo noon.
Hindi ba 'yon?
Oo. Saan ko siya binoljak?
Para sa Pag-ibig ata 'yun, nag-live tayo noon. Di ba 'yun? Di ba yung nasa siya, Pag-ibig Fund? Di ba may parang ano ba 'yun?
Anong issue noon?
Nakalimutan ko na.
Parang GSIS.
Parang ganun. Pag-ibig. Basta something like that. Parang may hearing ata 'yun na nandun siya. She was a resource person ba 'yun or something? Nakalimutan ko na.
Pero I don't remember na boljak ko siya. Kasi feeling ko baka yung GSIS yata 'yon. GSIS issue. Yung was it? I'm not so sure. Hindi ko na rin maalala.
Pero what do you think? Anong take mo dyan kay Berberabe?
Well, feeling ko good for us. Good for us. Kasi, baka mamaya, kasi hindi, di ba yung credentials ni Berberabe, hindi naman siya talaga
litigator. Tama.
Siya, ang tawag dito, corporate lawyer siya. Tapos yung government experience niya, doon niya sa Pag-ibig. Which is corporate yung setting. Corporate pa rin yung setting, ganun. Yung pagka-solicitor general ka, kailangan dyan seasoned litigator ka dapat dyan
Yes.
Seasoned litigator. Ngayon, she applied for a Associate Supreme Court Justice position. Tingin ko yun talaga yung gusto niya. At
Right.
for me, tingin ko mas bagay siya dun.
Right.
Mas bagay siya dun. Kasi hindi mo kailangang maging litigator kasi mag-judge ka naman diyan, mag-appreciate ka lang ng mga
Right.
nung mga facts at saka mag-apply ka ng mga applicable law para dun sa judgment mo, things like that, ganyan. So parang feeling ko dahil kailangan mong magsulat, mas tingin ko mas siya dun, mas bagay siya dun. May nagsabi na na out na raw siya dahil na-appoint siya. Hindi ko sure ha. Ang alam ko kasi hindi naman necessarily na maa-out ka. Pag na-appoint ka, it does not necessarily mean na maa-out ka dun sa in the running. Parang hindi naman yata siya automatic unless mag-withdraw siya. Ang tanong, nag-withdraw naman si Berberabe sa ano. So parang feeling ko lang naman ito na if ever na ma-promote siya as Supreme Court Justice, baka iwanan niya yung Solicitor General na position. Kasi parang ano yun hindi yun yung turf niya eh. Hindi yun yung turf niya eh.
Hindi turf. Tapos most often ang Solgen normally mga constitutional questions yan eh. Ang tinatakol, no? 'Di ba? So
lahat ng kaso na merong interest si Republic of the Philippines.
Yeah, pero halimbawa sa mga corporate cases, meron tayong Government Corporate Council eh. 'Di ba? So most often yung Solgen talaga are questions of constitutionality, 'di ba? Yung mga high crimes or whatever na outside the corporate
hindi commercial in nature. Kasi may GCG.
Yeah.
Oo, ano yun yung parang Government Council for Commercial Kinemet ganun. Meron ng ayun. Ang ano nila, ang mga kaso nila usually is yung mga commercial contracts ng gobyerno.
Pero let's just say, tama ka din, no? I think good for us yan, no? Kasi yung oral arguments dyan, medyo matindi yan. Eh. Pero Joey, ano sa tingin mo si DOT Secretary Cristina Frasco? Do you think she will be retained? Considering na natalo yung nanay niya dito sa Cebu. And she missed her targets for the third straight year.
Oo. Well, kung BBM, tama na. I mean, you had given enough. I mean, unang-una, hindi mo nakuha yung kung ano man yung binenta mo, kung ano man yung pinangako ng mga Garcia na ibibigay sa'yo, hindi nila naibigay sa'yo. So, ngayon, kung gusto mong tulungan yung administrasyon mo, wag na. Pero kung gusto mo na tuluyang mawasak yung administrasyon, sige, retain mo lang si Cristina. Di ba? Nakakadiri. Yung style kasi nitong mga Garcia na to, kapag nalalagay sa alanganin, hingi ng statement of support.
Tama. Tulad ni Martin. Manifesto agad.
Oo, kung meron kayo talagang nagawa, people are going to support you no matter what.
Right.
Parang sa akin lang nun, parang sobrang pinupush masyado yung statement of support na lahat na lang parang si Martin, gano'n, parang, meron na ako 278 congressman na susuporta sa akin, kinembot, ganyan. Ako hindi ako naniniwala doon, sa sasabi ni Martin. Hindi ako naniniwala doon sa kembot niya na meron 270. Nagpi-peacocking yan.
Okay.
Ganon. Ayun. Hindi ako naniniwala kasi, tawag dito, Albi na eh. Albi Benitez na eh. Ngayon, ito interesting dyan. Si Albi Benitez, poised talaga siya to take over. Albi Benitez has the money. He has the money. And tingin ko pagdating sa yaman, si Albi Benitez versus Tambi, parang it's a match. Ganon. It's a match. Pagkatapos, I don't think meron pang confidence si BBM at saka si Lisa kay Martin. Simply because Toby Chanco spoke.
Right.
And Toby Chanco already said na, kasi pinayagan magsalita si Toby Chanco eh. So, ibig sabihin, ako tingin ko, si Toby Chanco, nung sinasabi niya na, hindi, ang nagpatalo talaga sa alyansa ito si Martin dahil, of course, hindi niya sinasabi na ganun kadirekta. Pero that's really the message. Sinasabi ni Toby Chanco, kaya natalo yung alyansa, marami kaming dinanalong mga kandidato. Kasalanan talaga ni Martin yan dahil G siya sa impeachment. Tapos parang, dami niya mga discarding sarili niya, ganyan-ganyan. And the most important clue there is, nagsalita rin si Toby Chanco na parang, yung mga ayaw ng Pangulo dyan sa mga insertions na yan. Diba? Ayaw ng Pangulo dyan sa insertions na yan. So, yung mga ganong etches balungo. So, ibig sabihin, the mere fact that Toby Chanco is was speaking about it, malamang, yan yung gustong sabihin ni Bongbong at saka ni Lisa kay Martin. So I think Martin really is on his own right now.
You
I
think so?
think yeah. Wala
And you
siyang
think-
back, and iba yung pinupush na House Speaker ng Malacanang, hindi si Martin.
And do you think Martin has a hand in what to me is just a coincidence of Albi Benitez's legal wife filing a Bausi case against him in a Makati court?
Well,
Or is just plain coincidence?
I do not know. Pero if ever na yes, I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised. Ganun. Ayun.
Right.
So yun. So, tingin ko si Tambi, nag-iisa na to sa buhay. Well, hindi naman siya papabayaan ng pinsan niya, no? Pero tingin ko, hindi na rin siya ito-tolerate ng bonggang-bongga. Kasi fail to eh. O, ayan, yung impeachment ni Inday is, mukhang mabobotch na rin. Kasi,
sa 19th Congress,
oo, mabobotch na rin siya. Kasi nga, parang hindi na matutuloy eh. Ganun na yung ganun na yung mga naririnig ko sa kaparangan eh. And may mga kwento nga na parang i-give up na nga nila to, ganyan. And even the Americans do not want the impeachment anymore.
Of course, no? In fact, the Americans do not want BBM anymore.
True yan. Ano ang badge that Americans do not want BBM anymore? Walang napanalong kandidato ni BBM.
Well, ayaw naman talaga ng mga Amerikano ni BBM, Joey, in the first place.
Oo. Kasi naman gusto kausap ng mga Amerikano. Di mga dilaw, di ba? Siyempre, number 1 candidate natin dyan si Ante Morisa. Di ba? Kaya number 1 yung akbayan sa party list eh.
Oo.
Di ba?
Tapos she is considering na raw to be that standard bearer of the real opposition.
Oo, di ba? Ayun.
Ayun ang gusto eh. Kaya nga nagurgur na yung mga accounts natin sa Meta. They're back in Meta.
Oo, true.
And the yellows are back.
True. The yellows, talagang, lang sila eh. Waiting lang talaga rin sila for an opportunity. And I think yung 2025 election is a result of what the Americans would like to happen in 2028. Kasi kung tuluyang mabubura yung mga dilaw ngayon, which is ang chismis sa kaparangan, Bam Aquino is number 14. Abby Binay is 13 daw eh. Abby Binay is 13. Bam Aquino is 14. And Kiko Pangilinan is tawag dito? Teka.
17.
Oh, I think 17 nga. Wait lang. Ito daw talaga. Ito daw talaga yung totoong ranking.
Sige nga.
Ito daw ang totoong ranking. Wait. Ito, ang totoong ranking daw ay Bongo, De La Rosa, Marcoleta, Lacson, Tulfo, Soto, Cayetano, Villar, Marcos, number 10, Tulfo, number 11, Bong Revilla, number 12, Lito Lapid, number 13, Abby Binay, number 14, Bam Aquino, number 16, Jimmy Bondoc, number 15, Jimmy Bondoc, number 16, Kiko Pangilinan, number 17, Vic Rodriguez.
Yun
daw yung totoo. Pero, ang tawag dito, parang, syempre, they wanted to make it look like na merong support base ang mga
mga dilaw.
Base ang mga dilaw, ganyan. And ako, naniniwala ako dun sa, sinasabi ni Toby Chanko. Toby Chanko is not an idiot. If sabihin na natin na I do not really, di ko tinatrust si Toby Chanko kasi syempre, love na love pa rin niya si BBM di ba? Pero,
pinsan ni BBM yung asawa niya eh.
Ngayon, ang tawag dito, tinatanong ni Pat kung saan ko nakuha yan. Alam mo, Pat, kung saan ko nakuha. Sinabi mo na nung last live kung saan ko nakuha yan. Ikaw ngayon naka-identify kung saan ko nakuha yan. Ayun. So, ang tawag dito, yan yung chismis sa kaparangan. Ngayon, parang ang nasa kwentuhan ng mga strategies, ng mga observer, yung mga talagang nandun sa yung talagang very ang kanilang skin in the game when it comes to strategizing with the real people involved. Ang sinasabi nila is they really want to make it look like na merong yellow support base. Kasi they cannot go to 2028 without something yellow in 2025.
Tama.
Ano sila makakapagpatakbo ng presidente sa 2028 kung 'Di ba? Kung wala silang mapapanalong senador ngayon. So they have to make it look like Bam is number 2.
Right.
So,
Correct.
yan. So ako feeling ko the Americans have something to do with it eh.
Well, ako hindi feeling ko eh. I'm pretty sure the Americans have everything that happens in the Philippines, Joey, the Americans always have a hand in it, especially elections. Especially elections, no? Yung mga regime changes nga, meron nga sila eh. They have direct actors eh. So, yung pang election na yan. So, I'm pretty sure it's whoever your source is. He or she is telling the truth.
Ayun. So yung resulta nga ng 2025, hindi na lang talaga nila kinaya tong si Marcoleta kasi dapat si Marcoleta ayaw rin nilang papanalunin yan eh. Kaso nga lagi nila kaya. Di ba number 3 si Marcoleta sa ano?
Oo.
So,
kasi nga anti-oligarch yan si Marcoleta.
Yung mga nawalang boto dyan kay Marcoleta, alam nyo na kung kanino napunta.
Anti-oligarch yan si Marcoleta eh. Grabe yan ka anti-oligarch, no? So again, tama, no? No matter how they downplay the guy sa mga surveys, 'di ba?
Oo. Kahit tinanggap na nga raw nila yan. And you know, Toby said in his numerous interviews nung kasi 'di ba he was being interviewed primarily because doon sa assessment niya ng election. Nagulat ka ba na ganito yung naging resulta ng eleksyon, ganyan. Even Toby Tiangco cannot really believe that Bam is going to be number 2. At ang sinabi, Kiko talaga, alam talaga namin hindi yan mananalo. Kaya nagulat daw na nakapasok yan. So sabi niya, Bam is supposed to win. Parang they think Bam will win, pero hindi nila iniisip na magiging number 2 siya.
Right.
Kasi sabi niya gano'n, sabi ni Bam, kasi hindi talaga lumalabas si Bam. Ganon. Now, you are the campaign manager of the administration. All the legitimate true blue study and surveys and whatever, you have access to it. Right. And you can commission surveys that
internal surveys.
Kasi meron kang makinarya dyan eh. Meron kang makinarya dyan. Si Toby na nagsabi, hindi lumalabas si Kiko. Tapos biglang number 5. Diba? Tapos number 5 siya. Ayan. So yun.
Yun. Ano pa ba?
Ayun.